When this war ends, the gasoline and oil and everything is going to come tumbling down.
President Trump.
Here. Right here. Hey. Oh, get it. Oh, you can't come. No. Get it. Go. Don't stay. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii.
Can you help me?
Can you help me? The channel. Okay.
In another place.
Okay, everything's going. Goes to... That's what's going on there. Aloha, everybody. It's Saturday, May 2nd. And... can turn this on because it works, right? Can't have that. Yeah, okay. May 2nd. Oh boy, that's out of practice. I'm out of practice. It's May 2nd. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's way, That's the kind of thing. That's why I practice. Like I practice this video. Good morning. It's May 2nd. It's Saturday. There's no news. Absolutely. There's no newspaper. I'm getting a little burnt out with all this stuff. I make them too long and people don't want to watch because it's long. But it's also the news stuff. So I'm just trying to make it a little bit lighter in a sense. Okay, little vlog, little news. The birdies are kind of creeping over. There's been a couple over on this side of the wall. A lot of them are on that side of the wall. And I'm the idiot. Because it's almost inevitable. They'll spill over and then they'll be... Okay. Saturday. Failure. Yes. There goes 2 boxes. Batting 100 here. Okay. What's going on in the news? There's the debt is getting bigger for the national debt. Matter of fact, it's the first time in who knows, I don't know, long time. The debt is bigger than the gross domestic product. So the whole country making stuff and being valuable, the product of production in the U.S. is smaller than the debt. That's creepy. The government is now open from its partial shutdown because they found funding somehow through the big beautiful bill, I think, or some other extra action for DHS or Department of Homeland Security. I don't think they found quite well. They did that in Congress where they were able to fund Department of Homeland Security. Superior? I get distracted. It's like they're able to fund this other big kind of like FEMA and the airport. I don't know why they still got that. I mean, I guess, border, but they didn't find funding for ICE and the Border Patrol. So, but they're gonna do that with, so it's something else, big, beautiful, whatever. Iran. Is it Iran? Yeah, I keep thinking Iraq when I say that. Iran war is still on. The U.S. is saying the Strait of Hormuz is open. Iran is saying it's closed. Even if they stopped everything right now, even though it's a ceasefire, they're stopping the clock for their deadline, which passed, for War Powers Act. They got to go to Congress. If they don't go to Congress, so Trump's challenging Congress again. Like, I don't need you. So it's kind of bad that way. But even if they stopped everything right now, it would take 6 months for the clearing of the mines that are floating around in the strait. So much of this, it'll drop. The prices will drop as soon as the war ends. I don't know. Well, in Hawaii, when Trump says, if they don't open it up, we're gonna blast them back into hell. We'll blast you back to hell. So this is not looking good, and the stock market's flipping, because they got the CeaseFire. They hope the stock market goes back up, and then it goes back down, and they're trying to manipulate it, but it's beyond even the market. Even it's like, because the war is so whatever Trump's gonna do, it's all upon his whim. That's not satisfied. Not raining. Well, there's laws have been passed in the state of Hawaii, and I don't know, a lot of them, like, you can't ride an e-bike unless you're over 16 years old. There's a high school surfing is now an official high school sport, so you can join the surf team in high school. Okay, look, no reasons to try to make this longer. My notes are I've been kind of burning out here with this stuff. So, a little coffee. Kope. Let's see what's in Hawaii news. Okay, Hawaii news. It's May Day no longer. So the Maui Nalu Surf is a valiant state-sanctioned high school surfing contest, which is going on right now. The state budget bill positioned for final approval by the Governor Green. Activists in the Philippines remembered. Okay, activism in the Philippines. Trump tells Congress to go fly a kite and doesn't need its authorization for war operations. Because it's CeaseFire, so that ticking time clock, it stopped. And then there's baseball coming in. See, there's Maui Prep Olsen. And volleyball. Yeah, they're having a contest. The thing. We put a lot of work starting from the last ball that dropped last year. USC Dillon's Klein. So they're playing USC right now, but I don't know how they're doing it, but they're in the conference, whatever the heck it's NCAA. It's the big battle for the championship. A little back in the day, pronunciation. What's going on here? See, in 1959, when relaxers go out there and go silk screening. This more than 550,000 yards of fabric is produced by Chinese imports with great exotic Hawaiian designs, or the trademark Hawaiian above work as silk screening fabric. So this is when they silk screened it by hand. We're making aloha shirts. Someone, Tilo Hattie's getting rich. Republicans' patience, Iran campus wearing thin. Trump not satisfied with Iran's proposal because he actually just wants to bomb them and take the oil. It's kind of simplistic, to figure out. And is there a political cartoon? I guess. Iran war. $25 billion and counting. You could fund the state of Hawaii for a whole year with that big bomb dropped on us. And what's going on here?
State auditor on money about Kakahali. Consider new jail, up not spread, raise limits, reduce speeding tickets. Congress too tepid to urge Trump impeachment. Mahalo just don't do speed tickets, just raise the speed limit.
Let's do this, I guess.
Congress too timid to test Trump impeachment.
Wake up, Congress. There is more than enough documentation to pursue an indictment of the megalomaniacal self-appointed king. The following all have the affliction: Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler, and Donald Trump. There are many more that can be added to this list, but that would be too lengthy. But then, Why would you give up a cushy job with all its perks? Just sit it out until the next election. Tom Baca Mililani. Oh, thank you, Tom, for your letter. I think you're against Trump. let's look at this. Yeah, I mean, it's Congress. Julius Caesar. It's you're talking about. It's well, with those guys, it's the conquer the world, syndrome. The I will control the world, the most powerful man in the world. It's the megalomaniacal. You got that right. Yeah, there's that. But as far as impeachment, now, wake up Congress. This is why the midterm election is also very important, because Congress is just by a razor-thin margin, grant you, but it's just about 50-50, but it is still a Republican Congress majority and a Republican majority in the Senate. So the head dudes in each of the House and Senate, the head dudes, the Speaker of the House and whatever they call it in the Senate Majority Leader, those people call the shots for what gets put on the table and what doesn't, and that's what's really impeding a impeachment trial. So the House of Representatives will start an impeachment trial if there is, as you say, enough to do so. And then when the trial is begun, so they haven't begun the trial. They'll say that we're going to start impeachment proceedings in the House. And then it goes over, and then they vote and say yes. It goes over to the Senate, and then they vote to say yes or no. Last time, it was Mitch McConnell, that guy. And when they started an impeachment, it went over to the Senate, and he was the head of the Senate. And he just went, no, we're not going to hear it. So he actually blocked, because he was the head of the Senate. So he blocked it. It never went to the proceedings of a trial for impeachment, which just means kick him out of office, But the thing is, when Trump gets kicked out of office, he's no longer president, and he doesn't have the presidential protections, so all the other lawsuits have piled upon him, which as president he's successfully just brushed under the rug and dismissed, and manipulated judges to dismiss. Florida documentation case, doing the interfering with the election case, and earlier with the Russian collusion case with the election. All those things got brushed aside. And the Democrats get blamed. They're weaponizing the DOJ. It's a political thing. So he was able to do that, but he wouldn't be able to do that if he wasn't president. And then he would be up for criminal trials, which would be really bad news for good old lumpy, Humpty Dumpty Trump. Anyways, you have to get the House, the control of the House and control of the Senate. That's why the midterm elections is so important, and that's why they're all really trying to rig it. Right now it's rigging with gerrymandering and these voting suppression things they want to bring back. That's why they're striking down the Voter Right Act from 1973. They're striking down the voters' right, so they want to stop people from being able to vote so they can win. And it's not just Trump being megalomaniac, although he is. It's like the crowd he uplifted around him. So he's created a kind of a neo-oligarchy for the U.S. And he doesn't want them to be disciplined. And I don't know why he's enriching himself and his family's billions and billions of dollars, and this goes on and on. But it is Saturday, so have a nice Aloha Saturday. That's it. That's why these things get long. Don't blame me. It's Biden's fault. Aloha. Aloha to you.
I know. Look, it's going to be sunny. It's gonna be sunny. Okay. Aloha.